I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Play Starhammer Tactics, a 2D space battle game. I'm just going to start a skirmish game. There is a 15-mission campaign. I'll leave everything as is here, and we move on to the star grid, which allows us to lay out a fleet. I have 100 points on a medium-sized battlefield, so I'll just use some really big ships, some destroyers, and try and space that out a little bit. You want to leave a little bit of a gap so that missiles can be fired off, because if ships are too close, it will block a ship from firing off a missile. And then just protect my fighters in the back. That looks good. Okay, just move around the field here. They're all clumped together. They've got some big ships. First thing I'm going to do is send out a missile volley and try and take down the really big one. You have to be careful though, because ships will get in the way, and so you can inadvertently target something you don't want to. That's also a good tactic. I'm going to turn down my shields here. Ships have power that can either be diverted to shields or weapons, and unless you're in close combat, it's a good idea to put everything on the shields, because it will obviously protect you from missile volleys. Hopefully he doesn't have shields on. And he's sending out a missile volley as well. Okay. Now these small ships only have one missile. The big ones have 3, but they take some time to reload. So I'm just going to move these ones up and get them ready to get into combat. Try and move up a little bit. You're going to have to get the fighters out of the way first. Even though this is a space game, it is very much two-dimensional, and when ships are destroyed, can't go there, they will stay on the field and sort of act as debris that you have to move around, and it's kind of annoying, because there's really no need for that. Okay, looks like he's got some shields on, not doing a lot of damage. There is splash damage, though. Okay, I took him down to about half. That'll be nice, and of course he's retreating, so I'm going to have to chase him down. Sending up his good ship here. Now he's only got 2 fighters. This is going to be quite easy to surround. And not a lot of damage going on here because my shields are up, and so I'm not taking damage, and he's not getting it. And these missiles aren't doing much damage either, which is good. Oh yeah, the alien ships have the ability to heal themselves slightly every round, which is kind of a pain. But I'm going to surround these fighters and try and wipe them all out this turn. The heavy fighters, I don't want to get rid of all of my shields, because they are kind of vulnerable. But I think with my fighters, I'll just go straight up pure combat, because that's the only way they can really be effective, is if they're doing a lot of damage en masse. And hopefully I'll be able to do enough damage that I'll destroy them before they can do too much damage back to me. And slowly creep these big ships forward. That is their one disadvantage, is they have absolutely no range. Go. That looks like both of them. Good. I took a little bit of damage there, but not enough that they're unusable. And he's heading straight for my big ships. That's gonna suck for him. I can just send off my missiles here so he doesn't heal up too much, and that ship is in the way, so I'm gonna have to send a missile at it. Try and weaken it. And I'll send my heavy fighters down, I think. Try and surround it. Bump that up just a little bit. We are going to take a lot more damage. But again, I'm with my tactic of just trying to overwhelm them with firepower. They're not going to be in range. I may as well turn the shields down. I have to be careful here, because a diagonal will count as being in combat. And I don't want a lone fighter up there, otherwise it'll just be destroyed. Not going to do a lot of damage to him with only 2 heavy fighters, but that missile next turn. Yeah, I'd take a lot of damage and just lost a fighter. Well, but look at that one missile. Fortunately, I got off a shot there before he could, but his missile is still coming. I've still got big shields on those ships, though, so they are absorbing all of their missiles, which is good because his ships are also limited. Well, the computer ships are also limited in ammunition like mine are. But now I've got a bad little pile here of ships I'm going to have to maneuver around, which is a pain for the big ships. I don't want to get him too close. Enough to try and incentivize an attack, so I don't have to chase them halfway across the map. Because again, the alien ships can heal, and so I don't want them to heal up all the way before I can get up there. Now I can heal my ships too, I can repair them, but rather than just being an automatic thing, I would have to select that. I can attack or I can repair, and it repairs very little. So really, unless you're out of danger, there's no point in doing it. In a skirmish battle like this, since the point is basically just to run in there, which I think I'll do here, I'll just run in there in a blaze of glory, try and do some damage. Soften this one up, I think, with some fighters, because they're not going to do much against the big ship, and I don't want them touching two ships at once, otherwise they'll get double teamed, and that's just suicide for a fighter. So move them all in here. I can move my big ship up. I have a very distinct advantage here, though. If I can take out this green ship, then the firepower of my two big ships, my destroyers, ought to do really well. So we'll see what my heavy fighter can do by himself there. Well, that was expected, but he did take off some hit points. There goes fighters, but they did manage to take it down. That's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, now I've got another debris field I'm going to have to maneuver around. I want to keep my fighters definitely out of range, but maybe I'll send a missile there just so he doesn't heal up. Maybe I'll manage to pull him back. You can use the rocks and ships on the field to sort of hide, just in case he does decide to throw a missile my way. Well, there goes that one. Fortunately, that was not the good fighter. The one I've got left is still almost full health. Creeping forward here. I think I'll just stay in the protection of the debris. Or not. Let's pull it forward so he doesn't run away. Because after that missile... Now there he goes. Coward. So I'm going to have to chase him all the way across the screen now, because that's what the computer does. Now fortunately I can squeeze through here, otherwise I'd be in real trouble. I think I'm out of missiles there. Yes, I am. I've got one missile in the bottom destroyer, so I want to get close, but again, I don't want anything to be in the way, so I'm going to have to clear the debris and that little meteor there. Or asteroid, rather. But I will hide behind it, just in case, because I think he might have one more missile himself. And here we go. I could have perhaps done this a little bit better. Not provided him an avenue of escape. Not sure if it's a good idea to put that fighter out there or not. Well, he's coming my way now. And clearly he's got guns blazing, because he is doing a hell of a lot of damage to me. That really hurt. Now, he's too close, I think, for a missile. Nope, I had one area, which is good, because I'm going to need it. Weapons to full. See what this fighter can do. Wow. And just like that, the fighter and my destroyer won the game. So, that's it. Like I said, there is a 15 mission campaign, but I don't really feel like playing through it. There's also some fluff and lore in the data archives, like the backstory. Tells you a little bit about what's going on in the game, if you're interested in that sort of thing. But, yep, that's it. So, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.